WH questions. WH question words. How to form WH questions. When do we use WH questions? Rule number 1. We use WH questions when we ask about information relating to people, things, facts, time, place, reason, manner, etc. For example, if you want to know if somebody, for example, said to you, Mr. Smith is our new English teacher. You heard our new English teacher, but you didn't hear Mr. Smith. عندنا جملة حدا بيجي بيقول لك مستر سميث هو أستاذ الإنجليش الجديد. أنت سمعت آخر الجملة بس سمعت مين هو، ما سمعت، بدك تعرف مين هو. شو بتسأل؟ Who is our new English teacher? For example, حدا بيجي بيقول لك the film starts at 10 o'clock. ما سمعت أنت الوقت. شو بتسأله؟ What time is the film? What time is the film? For example, somebody said to you, we're going to X cafe. رايحين على الكافيه. But you don't know where the cafe is. ما بتعرف وين. شو بتسأله؟ Where is the cafe? So these are examples of when we use WH questions. بنستعمل WH questions لما نكون عم نسأل عن ناس، عن facts حقائق، عن وقت، عن محل، عن سبب شيء معين أو طريقة اللي الواحد بيتصرف فيها. كلهم حيكون معنا على examples later on بالpresentation. WH questions differ depending on the kind of content information sought. طبعا بيختلفوا WH questions حسب الشيء اللي عم نسأل عنه. WH questions cannot be answered by yes or no. هون هن منن yes or no question. What are WH words؟ شو هن الكلمات اللي ببلشوا ب WH وببلشوا بالquestions من هالنوع هيدا؟ Who is used to ask about people, never things. نسأل عن ناس أبدا ما بنستعملها لنسأل عن أشياء. Who is your English teacher? Who is the president of the country? Who did not come to class yesterday? Who took 100 in their quiz? Which is used to ask about people and things when there is a choice. For example, which car is yours? أي سيارة إلك؟ هون عم نستعملها to ask about things عن أشياء. بيكون في كذا شغلة مش متأكدين أي وحدة بنقول which car is yours. What about what is used to ask about people, animals and things? Okay, so you say for example, what is your favorite car? What is your favorite sport? عم نسأل عن شيء. Whose is used to ask about the possessor of something. عم نستعمل whose لما نكون عم نسأل عن صاحب شيء معين. For example, في سيارة ومش عارفين السيارة لمين، فشو بنقول؟ whose car is this car? اوكي، بنلاقي كتاب على الطاولة ما بنعرف لمين، شو بنسأل؟ whose book is this? When is used to ask about time لنسأل عن الوقت. When does our class begin? When does the movie begin? When did he move to Ireland? Where is used to ask about a place. Where do you live? وين ساكن؟ الجواب هو place. لما يكون عم بسأل عن مكان بكون بستعمل where. Why؟ لما يكون عم بسأل عن سبب شي معين. Why? Why didn't you come to class yesterday? ليه ما جيت؟ I didn't come because I was sick. Why do people smoke? ليه الناس بتدخن؟ People smoke because they enjoy it. How is used to ask about people, events, or how things are done. Mostly how things are done. كيف الشغلة بتصير. وعادة هاو بنستعملها لما نكون عم نسأل عن وصف لأكشن معين نستعملها، وجوابها mostly بيكون معظم الأحيان بيكون adverb. How does your grandfather drive? My grandfather drives slowly. How do you play football? I play football pretty well. So, Mr. Smith is our new teacher. Who is our new teacher? Mr. Smith is a person, is a subject. I use who. The yellow car is my car. Which is your car? I'm asking about the thing, and there are more than one. The answer is one of them. Like a choice. Which one? ما بعرف أي وحدة. Which is your car? We played football yesterday. What did you play yesterday? عم نسأل عن شيء، عن game، عن شو عمل. We played football yesterday. What did you play yesterday? This is Sammy's car. Sammy's is a possessive noun. Sammy's car. Car that belongs to Sammy. So, whose car is this? Sammy's car. Our class begins at 8 in the morning. Time. لما أشوف time وقت automatically بختار when. When does our class begin? Our class begins at 8 in the morning. The students did their homework in the library. In the library هي مكان. So, in the library, the question is, where did the students do their homework? Rola bought a new phone because mine was stolen. Rola bought a new phone because hers was stolen. Why did Rola buy a new phone? Because her phone was stolen. We're asking about a reason. سبب. ليه اشترت تليفون جديد؟ لأنه تليفون انسرق. The old man drives slowly. The old man drives slowly. بيسوق على مهله. How does the old man drive? كيف the old man بيسوق? He drives slowly. Now go to the top of page 134 and fill in the blanks. Ask yourself what the answer may be and choose the right WH question word. Now, how to form WH questions with auxiliary. Rule number 2. So, remember auxiliary verbs هن الverb to be and verb to have. Rami is traveling to France. Rami is the subject, is the auxiliary, and traveling is the verb, the main verb. So is the auxiliary, traveling is the main verb. To France is the place. And since it's a place, I need where. So I write where at the beginning of the sentence because that's how a question begins with a question word. Now notice, where is Rami traveling? Where is Rami traveling? In the sentence, the subject is followed by the auxiliary, but in the question, the auxiliary comes before the subject. Where is Rami traveling? Where is Rami traveling? So remember this rule: WH word plus auxiliary plus the subject plus the main verb. How to form WH questions without auxiliary. Rule number 3. Look at the following sentences and notice the word order. انتبهوا لترتيب الكلمات بهوس sentences. What word is in the question but not in the statement other than the WH word? خلنا نطلع. Tanya works out every Saturday afternoon. This is the statement. The question: when does Tanya work out? When does Tanya work out? So WH word, okay, but then works out, there is no auxiliary here. When there is no auxiliary, I automatically use the verb to do. We use the verb to do. So, because works out, the verb has an S, so we need does. The subject is singular. When does Tanya work out? Tanya works out every Saturday afternoon. Remember the rule. WH word plus verb to do plus subject plus the verb. And of course, since it's a question, we do not forget the question word. Right, let's look at these sentences then. Football players make a lot of money. نتذكر القاعدة؟ Yeah. WH word what, the verb to do, subject football players, and the verb make. What do football players make? Remember, football players is plural. The verb does not have an S, so the do does not have an S. What do footballer players make? Football players make a lot of money. Another example. The teacher postponed the exam because the students didn't show up. أجلت الامتحان لأن students ما اجوا. The teacher, subject, postponed the verb, object, exam, because the students didn't show up, هي الكوز. So, عم بسأل أنا عن الكوز. So the question the word is why. Why? Auxiliary ما في, verb to do did, the teacher postponed the exam. Did here, of course, because the verb is in the past. So if the verb is in the past, I use did form, the past form of the verb to do. Why? The question word. Verb to do نفس التنس تاعت الverb العادي المين verb. So الverb to do بيحمل التنس. إذا الverb in the past, the verb to do بيصير in the past. Why did? The teacher is the subject, postpone هي الverb. انتبهوا هون كانت postponed, but here it's postpone. ليه؟ لأنه did حملت الباست والverb بيرجع لأصله. Why did the teacher postpone the exam? The teacher postponed the exam because the students didn't show up. القاعدة مرة تانية ما بننساها. WH word plus verb to do plus subject plus verb. When we ask about the subject, rule number 4. Look at the following sentences. Rana reads a book every week. Rana is the subject, reads is the verb, and the rest of the sentence. Who reads a book every week? What happened here? We simply replace the subject with the who, because we're asking about the subject, which is a person, who. Who reads a book every day? How is this different than the ones before? We do not change the word order. ما بنغير الword order. ما بدنا do بهالحالة. Rana is reading a book. كل شي بعمله بغير السبجكت، بحط محله هو و question mark بالآخر. ما بعمل أي تغيير تاني. Who is reading a book؟ حتى لو إنه عندي هون أنا auxiliary ما بينطبق على الهو. القاعدة اللي أخذناها بالأول ما بتنطبق على هو. Who is reading a book؟ Rana is reading a book. Walid played tennis. Who played tennis? Walid played tennis. So, who plus the verb plus the rest of the sentence. Who تاخد محل السبجكت بكل بساطة. Practice. Exercise 1. Read and look at the underlined phrases and words and form questions that answer them using WH words or WH questions. Pamela speaks slowly. I want to ask about the subject. I need who and I know that when I use who, I do not change anything in the sentence. So the answer is who speaks slowly. Who speaks slowly. Remember to begin your sentence or your question in this case with a capital letter and end with a question mark. Janet is sitting in front of Sam. بدي اسأل على in front of Sam. محل ما قاعدة Janet. So I need where. Where عندي الauxiliary is. Where is Janet sitting? So where is Janet sitting? Janet is sitting in front of Sam. Now, finish the rest of the exercises, and when you're done, come back and listen to the instructions and the example. Now, exercise 2. Ask WH questions about the underlined parts. هون بكل بساطة بدي أعمل هالجملة على أساسية 3. بدي أسأل 3 أسئلة. أول سؤال بدي يكون جوابه دورة. تاني سؤال بدي يكون جوابه to the bank. تالت سؤال بدي يكون جوابه on Monday afternoons. خلينا نشتغل بدورة. دورة هي subject. So, what do I do? I use who. So, who goes to the bank on Monday afternoons? Question A. Who goes to the bank on Monday afternoons? B. Now I'm asking about a place. I'm asking about to the bank. So if I'm asking about a place, I need where. Remember the rule? Where plus auxiliary بهالحالة ما في بنجيب do plus verb to do plus the subject plus the rest of the sentence. So where does Dora go? Where does Dora go? WH word, verb to do, subject, and the verb. Where does Dora go? On Monday afternoons. كفل جملة of course. Where does Dora go on Monday afternoons? Dora goes to the bank on Monday afternoons. Question B. Now question C. On Monday afternoons بدي يكون هيدا جوابي. On Monday afternoons هيدا وقت. أنا عم بسأل عن وقت. I'm asking about time. So what do I need? I need when. I need when. نفس الترتيب. WH word plus does لأنه معنا auxiliary والverb تاخد as هون فمعناتها does. WH word does subject the verb the rest of the sentence. When does Dora go to the bank? When does Dora go to the bank? Dora goes to the bank on Monday afternoons. Continue the exercise, and when you finish the exercise, come back and listen to the instructions and example. Exercise 3. Exercise 3. Ask WH questions using the words given between parentheses. هون انتو ما عم بتقرروا أو بالأحرى انتو ما بتبلشوا تقرروا انتو يعني تشوفوا شو هو السؤال وتقرروا انتو اي WH word تستعملوا. هون هن عاطينكم WH word. They do their homework at night. بدي استعمل when. So when هون اكتبه كتير منيح. هون الverb to do هو المين verb. هو المين verb. يعني مثله مثل أي verb تاني بيطلب مني استعمل معه الverb to do. Okay? So do is the main verb. مثله مثل goes. مثله مثل play. مثله مثل speak. ما عندي auxiliary بدي معه الverb to do. So when do they do their homework? When WH word do اللي هي نستعملها لأنه ما في auxiliary. When do They subject وdo هي main verb. When do they do their homework? They do their homework at night.
كان معكم دكتور أناون. بشوفكم الفيديو الجاي. See you.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.